Sorry.
I have a hard time feeling
What happened?
Girl.
Okay.
What happened?
I mean, my
Are you okay?
It's broke.
solar,
Give me something. Your solar, okay.
solar plexus. I
Okay.
have a hard time feeling.
Love. Mm-hmm. You have a hard time feeling what now?
Once I laid on a tennis ball on my solar plexus because
Mm-hmm.
Pilates teacher told me to, and then I had a month-long panic attack for a
Okay.
whole month.
Okay, so how have you been? What was the next day like? What was that night like after your session?
Well, let's see. I can look through my spreadsheet that I told where I keep track of every modality, every supplement, everything I try. And I have felt like even my partner noticed a huge difference,
Oh my gosh.
more than they've ever seen. And they've seen me through, since 2007, go through every kind of modality. So I cannot stop talking about you and the session we had.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've
So
talked for
so
like,
tell me that night, did you have any dreams? Because I sometimes get people say that they have dreams the night after.
let me see. It was the second on the January 2nd. I did have a dream. Let me see. I'm reading it now. Yeah, I did have a dream about the issue that I came to you for, but
So
yeah,
you did have a dream that night about the issue.
the issue of
Uh-huh.
why I came to you in the first place. But it was like I couldn't even remember why. So I couldn't remember the details about the dream, which was so nice because the dreams before were just too vivid, too uncomfortable and terrifying. So yeah, huge difference. I mean, not even just that night, but just even the session itself, I would say.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. So have you went back and looked at the or listened to the audio, watched the video to see how much emotions, how much release you were getting throughout the session?
I looked at the part, I only had time to look at the part that you told me, which I don't know if you're going to say, but where you were telling me that when I was able to release not just the emotion, but the actual, like the snake from my body.
The snake.
And I saw when I didn't know at the
screen.
time of the session, your glass bowl shattering.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, when I tell people that story, because people think I'm, I probably lost it. I'm talking about these things, having things inside me that aren't me, like a snake, other people's energies that have passed away.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, but then why would her glass bowl shatter? Why would your glass bowl shatter if it was all just in my head,
Right. And not only that, all the emotions that you were experiencing, and you kept asking, is my arm moving off the chair? Am I opening up my hands? And I'm like, no, but it was the energy of the snake that was moving because we was finding out about him. We were trying to locate it. So yeah, I know it's hard for people to understand unless they experience it for themselves.
That's why I've been telling people about you. I'm like, I don't know, a lot of friends have gone through a lot of things and they've tried many modalities. And I'm like, well, try this. What do you have to do?
Yes. So sleep. So now are you still dreaming, or are you able to just sleep a full night and not feel restless? Okay.
Yes. So I have been able to sleep so much better. I have also Let me look through my little spreadsheet just to make sure that I
Okay.
got it right. Yeah, I definitely was able to sleep. Wow, I was able to sleep so well. So that night, I'm looking at my spreadsheet. The night that I
Mhm.
had the session with you, I was able to sleep from 10:30 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. straight through, which is
Wow.
like pretty unheard of
Yeah.
for me. So that was huge. And then the other nights I was able to, still feel like my body was releasing things. Stuff was like,
Mhm.
my skin was kind of freaking out a little bit in a way it hasn't freaked out. So definitely I feel like it's a process. It wasn't just like
Mhm.
one and done, it was like definitely you were
Yeah.
able to kickstart the real release. And even when I just met my energy worker friend today, and I was telling her about the
Mhm.
session I had with you, and she was like, "That's amazing that you were able to feel those things leaving," which is very
Yeah.
hard for me because I am someone who my whole life has been like in these energy work classes or people I talk to,
Mhm.
like, I felt this, I felt that, and I'm like,
Mhm.
but I don't feel things in my body. Like, who are these people? Why can't I feel things? So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
thank you for holding the space for me to
Yeah.
feel those things.
Definitely, definitely. And tell everybody how you found me. I mean, how we connected first, the first time through this dream you had.
Okay, so this is never happened to me. I've only had
Mhm.
two dreams in my whole life where I get a name, a first and last name. And the first
Mhm.
dream I had was like maybe a month ago, and I looked that person's name up on the internet, couldn't find them. So I was like, I don't know, maybe this doesn't really, maybe I'm just making up these names. But
Mhm.
then I had a dream. I was going through, for your listeners, I was going through something that I was really having a hard time getting over. It was something that just felt like it was consuming my whole body, my whole being, my
Mhm.
whole time, energy, waking, sleeping. Like I wasn't able to have my own, felt like I wasn't having my own thoughts. So
Right.
anyway, randomly, and I had tried so many modalities, 30 modalities, 30 practitioners
30 modalities.
at least for a year and a half for this one
Yeah.
issue. And long story short, I had a dream where I got a first and last name, and in the middle of the night, I woke up, which I rarely do because I try to stay in bed, which you're not supposed to do, but stay in bed and fall back asleep. But I
Mhm.
was like, just felt motivated to wake up, finish the class you and I had
Mhm.
taken separately at different
Mhm.
times. And I was like, maybe I'll have a session with the teacher, but I was like, oh, it's so expensive, and so I looked on the people he certified.
Mhm.
My partner was standing there. They already knew that I had this dream and I had his name. They happened to be standing there. They happened to be seeing me look up this web page. The first name on the first page was the first name. Elizabeth Meeks was the name that came in
Mhm.
my head in my dream. The first name is Elizabeth, but it
Uh-huh.
didn't seem like the right fit because they didn't have spirit release
Uh-huh.
as one of their specialties. And then I kept scrolling down, and then I saw the last name Meeks, and then I saw
Mhm.
you. And I was like, well, that is so weird. My partner was also like, that is so, and this person, my partner, does not believe in it. They think I've lost it. They don't believe in any of this
Yeah.
stuff. But this was the first time that I saw my partner really
Mhm.
be like, oh my gosh, like that's really too weird.
Yeah.
So then I looked on your website just for like really no more than 5 minutes. And I saw
Mhm.
that you had a phone number, and I was like, I just called. And
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
fact that you answered the phone, I didn't
Yeah.
expect anyone to answer the phone. The fact
Yes.
that you answered the phone, and then the
I
fact that
remember
you
I
answered
was
the
trying
phone.
to say, go book your consultation. And he's like, but I really need to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just talk. I have you on here now. Let's just talk. And we
Yeah,
end up talking and talking and talking. And then, yeah, it was
I
from
just
there,
couldn't
it was
believe
like,
that you gave me that much time from just
yeah,
me calling randomly without an appointment. So I felt so great, so much gratitude.
yeah.
And then it just felt it. Not only did I have your name from a dream, but
Mhm.
it just felt so right when I spoke with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And I can hear it in your voice that you really needed help. And I knew that if you found me like that, then I knew that, my higher self is working with your higher self. And, this had to happen, no matter what, we had to do this so we can start your healing process because,
Yeah,
you a healer And in order for you to be able to go out and heal people, you have to be cleaned. You have to be, healed yourself within. You can't be confused, and you can't be manipulated by other things, and that it's not really truly you. So I knew that, especially for my healers, that I have to help, because you're here, and I can't be here unless you're here, because you can help heal me when if I needed that kind of work. So it was, it was a pleasure all mine to work with you. And the fact that when I started seeing the tears, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's feeling this. And you kept saying, I can't see it, but I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. And I said, okay, she's a person who also feels and sees. But in this particular time, she's feeling more than she's seeing.
I was
Right?
surprised you could even see the tear. I mean, I'm like, I don't want to recreate
Yeah.
the, like, I felt like I was like this far away on the screen. I don't even know how you saw my tears. That to me
Yeah.
was like, and the fact that, we cleared what I thought. I thought I was clear. We did it the first time. We released the snake from my arm and my torso, and then you went down my, check my chakras, which I was like, oh well, I already feel really clear, but I went with it, and you stopped at my sacral chakra, which I was like, why is she stopping there? I feel fine. And that was when I realized my left arm started kind of
Yes.
waving. So I was like, well, you must have known something, because I didn't feel anything. And then that's when we
Yes.
realized the tail. And I didn't even realize until after our session, after you told me to do the salt bath, which, by the way, is the most amazing thing also. I didn't know a salt bath could be that feel so relaxing.
Yes.
But anyway, it wasn't until then that I realized that was
cleansing. Very clean. It cleans you, so it very cleansing. Yeah.
Yeah, but also it was so relaxing. I've never, like, even I've gone to hot spring before, but it was like that kind of, I couldn't do anything after it. So
well, yeah, because those hypnosis sessions, they take that in. I mean, literally, you are wiped out afterwards. It's so much release. It's like now I have to rest. I have to rest, because, and even me, when I'm done with working with people, I have to rest, because it takes so much of my energy to work on someone. Yeah.
Thank you for your energy. And it wasn't until I did the salt bath you told me to, which was hours later, that I was put two and two together, that what you picked up on or whatever helped facilitate with the sacral chakra, and then my arm started moving, my other arm. I realized that was when I feel like it was the tail of the snake that I didn't release the first time. I thought the whole snake had left, but then it was when I was in that salt bath, I was like, I think that was the tail. It was like wagging like a tail of a snake, not the head on my other hand, and the tail was on the other. And then that was when you told me that, your glass bowl or whatever was in your office shattered.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, what? And then my son comes running in the room, like, what's going on? Are you okay? I'm like, yes, get out. When I screamed, I'm like, oh my God, I hope I don't wake her up out this trance. Well, get you out of your trance. And, but it didn't. You're like, are you still there? Are you still there? But yeah, it was.
Yeah, I thought, here we go again. Another healer. And then this person that I've been trying to, get away from for a year and a half in real life has broken another Zoom connection, because I didn't want to open my eyes. That's why I was like, are you there? But I didn't hear you scream. I heard you maybe talking a little bit in the background, but I didn't hear you screaming.
So no connection lost, which I was shocked as well, because this has happened on several occasions before where I have lost connection with someone, but I think your angels and your higher self was standing guard and making sure that this went through and we were able to finish. And, we had no problems. I'm so happy for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were really like, I was at the end, pretty much at my wit's end, and I somehow magically found you. I really don't know how your name got into my consciousness
Mm-hmm.
in my dream. But I'm so glad I did.
Yeah.
And I just hope, from taking that spirit release hypnotherapy class,
Mm-hmm.
I think people could really, really, they might have things attached to them that they're not aware of and could really
Exactly.
benefit from it.
And
I've
so what
literally
would you, what,
tried so many modalities and nobody saw this. So, I've tried,
right.
you name it, the craziest, wildest thing. I've probably tried it. And there's not that many people that do it, that are
Mm-hmm.
certified. And
Yeah.
that could be what's going on. I've tried, all the lighter things where you get someone's
Mm-hmm.
energy out of your space, but this is something different. This was something like not just it was like I could feel it. I've never felt those sensations in my body before.
Yeah. 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 And you don't have to feel them again. It's gone. And, and now you can work on yourself and protect your space when you're sleeping. And so you don't have any more issues and you're able to go to sleep peacefully and wake up peacefully. And that's a beautiful thing. What would you say to someone who is struggling, but they know that something is going on. Their thoughts are not their own. They feel confused. They feel like they can't just get it together. What would you say to them if they are scared of hypnosis?
I would say I was surprised because I've experienced different hypnotherapy styles. Um, and I've never experienced your style until I met you. And I felt like I did not need to watch the Zoom recording because I remembered everything.
Yeah.
And even when I did watch the parts, just because I wanted to see when the glass shattered.
Yes.
I saw that part. I remembered every single thing. I remember everything I said. I remember everything you said. I just
Mhm.
remember being, fully in control. There's many
Exactly.
different hypnotherapy styles, but I felt like I was like, if I wanted to, I could just be like, hey, I'm not feeling it anymore. I want to stop. I felt like I could do anything, but
Yeah.
I wanted to, it was with my consent that I wanted to keep my eyes closed because I wanted to,
Mhm.
stay in that zone. So I would say I felt fully in control. So for anyone that's worried about that,
Mhm.
um, and having seen your YouTube where you did a spirit release session, I would say if
Mhm.
someone's worried, they could just watch that. Um, it just felt really safe. I
Yes,
felt really
even on
joyful.
Zoom, it felt safe. That's the main point I want. I'm glad you brought that up. Even on Zoom, I kept reminding you, I'm here with you. You're
Yeah.
safe. Your angels around you. Nothing can harm you. And so that was able to keep you calm. I remember when we were having our session.
And knowing that you were holding sacred space with the kind of
Yes.
whatever steps you were doing on your end, because not every practitioner does that. Not every
Uh-huh.
practitioner, makes sure that their space is safe. Um, so that was really comforting. And even if I couldn't like see or feel angels, but just knowing that
Mhm.
I could feel like what was happening inside my body, the sensations I was
Yes.
feeling, that I knew was for sure real. So feeling the crazy for lack of a better word, but the wild sensations I was feeling, and then feeling
Hmm.
those sensations leave, and then being able to feel my own heartbeat, like those were things that were
Oh, you froze.
there. I can never prove it, but I could feel for sure was happening inside my body. That for sure was like,
Yes.
you can't
Yes.
argue with that.
Right. 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 Can you
And
hear
it
me
was
good?
not in my own head. Like I know it wasn't, because it was night and day before my session with you and after my
Hmm.
partner Lucas. Like, wow, you're not having these kind of ruminating thoughts.
Yes, yes, we cleared a lot. And we were able to go back and clear some things. You like, I don't even remember 5 years old. I'm fine, there was an alien, and then there was the snake. There was a lot of things that normally that you have spirits attached, but yours this time was more of something that was sent to you that was not in the form of a human or a spirit. It was more or less like an animal. So I don't know, but I look forward to your success as a healer. I look forward to you healing other people and, you coming back and telling me about all of this wonderful work that you're doing out there, and especially how you're feeling every day. Even, every day, how you're feeling, how, you getting more and more stronger. And then your gifts just, coming on you, having all these really spiritual gifts that you can use now that you're clear, because people don't understand that spirit attachments or even some things that are sent to you from other people can stop you from using your gifts. It can cover your crown chakra. It can cover your third eye, your throat chakra. It can cover the things that they know that you need to use. And in your case, your hands, your crown, your third eye. So the sky's the limit for you now.
I would say, yeah. I mean, I didn't believe in any of this stuff. And it
Yeah.
wasn't until I felt like really moved to take the class. It was like, that reading the transcripts of other case studies of other clients where they've tried everything, you name it, they've tried it, but they still had the like nightmares. They had these, similar symptoms. I was like,
Yeah.
that's what I feel like just sold me on this modality.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, I appreciate you talking to me and, explaining how you feel now, that you feel, a burst of energy. You feel so different. You're back to
Yeah.
when would you say you felt like this the last time in your life?
I don't even know if I have felt this. I mean, you'd have to ask my partner because they
Yeah.
can tell you. And I've been with them for 16 years. So it's definitely, I don't know.
Mm,
I don't think I felt this happy,
wow.
and I'm a happy person. Like I don't take things
Yeah.
out on, I try, that's my goal is not taking out on people, my close friends. Like I would say, yeah, that's why I was being
Mm,
so honest when I wrote you that text. I was like, this was literally life changing.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, every
Thank
healer
you.
I've worked with has helped me along the way, but this was like
Mhm.
the push where I could feel it. Every healer has helped me, but I couldn't sometimes feel things. Like I couldn't
Mhm.
feel the change in my body when I
Mhm.
worked with them. Like they would
Mhm.
tell me things and stuff they would say was always super helpful and really, really helped me every, I wouldn't be here without many people that I've worked with. But
Right.
this was the first time I could literally, like in a very not subtle way, it was not subtle at all, the feelings I were feeling in my body.
Mm.
Um, but I could feel that the before, during, and after the
Mm.
session was just so huge. And for me to feel those things was
Yeah.
someone who's been trying so hard to feel things in my body.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy, Jess, that you shared your story and you shared your experience. So, if there's anyone who's watching this, they can say, I need to call her or I need to get in touch with her so they can be able to start, truly feeling what they supposed to feel and not being influenced by something that was sent to them or a spirit attachment. And oftentimes people don't even realize that they have attachment. There's like, but I don't understand why I do things, I'm eating certain foods. I'm like, because you've been influenced. That's the reason, you may have an attachment. But all in all, your testimonial will help someone. I know it will. And I appreciate you sharing it. I appreciate you appreciating me. But all in all, I really do appreciate you allowing me to work with you, trusting me, even listening to your dreams, your higher self. I believe in your hypnosis session, your higher self said that she was the one who sent the message to you in your
I don't know.
dreams.
Yeah, I don't know how she sent me your name. Like I don't know if
Yeah.
like, I didn't know she could Google. I don't know how she does stuff.
They can do a lot. Trust me. Trust me. I get that a lot. And even I get sometimes attachments find me and they send me they send the host to me, especially if they are like a family member and they know they're ready to go to the light and they've been there for a while. They will find me and influence the host to call me or get in touch with me. It's very interesting. I know. And when people hear this, they was like, that's weird, but okay, but it's true, it's true. So again, if someone is out there and if you feel in a certain way, you're not feeling yourself, I offered a free consultation. Book that 20-minute free consultation and let's talk about it. All right.
And you have nothing to lose. Like, what do you have to lose? Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could have so much to gain,
Yes.
It was worth every minute, every penny.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.